Good morning guys! Ngayong June 29, 2020 ay magkakaroon tayo ng stock market wrap sa Philippine stock. So last week, ang PSEi ay nag-close 6,191.84. It's actually up by 73.58 points or 1.20%. Value turnover 5.30 billion at may net foreign selling na 862.97 million pesos. So actually medyo choppy yung market nung Friday versus the year-to-date average kasi na turnover is nasa 6.6 billion pesos. So anong possible catalyst? Bukas. So bukas is of course down kasi yung US stock market, so possibly is down din ang PSEi mamaya. So Dow Jones is down, even sa S&P and of course the Nasdaq. So actually Nasdaq is bearish divergence. So yun ang possible catalyst this week. And of course aside from that is possible window dressing naman bukas Tuesday. And the rest of the week, let's see. Yun lang ang comment ko. The possible for the rest of the week is, of course, makikita mo naman is the rising COVID cases, the rising unemployment, and of course, contraction of the global economy. Kasi nga, it's possibly to contract at 4.99% this year. So, medyo negative siya on that note. So, on the chart naman is medyo bearish din ako. So, makita nyo this is actually a doji. And then, after the doji is tuloy-tuloy siya na bumagsak. So, kaya nga very important yung doji kasi from the doji, para sa akin, it's from the book or from even sa internet is actually doji is a neutral, but doji can also be a possible reversal sign. So dito tingnan mo, it's up and then nagkaroon ng doji and then yun tumuloy-tuloy siya na bumaba. So ang tinitingnan natin this week is posible niyang i-retest actually around 5.8. And of course, the possible resistance na tinitingnan natin is around 6,400. So, I think that's it. Ito muna siya. And kung sakali man na mag-break out, is possibly, of course, i-retest. I mean, i-fill yung gap around 6,782. Pero kung tumuloy-tuloy pa siyang bumaba, ito naman siya. Possibly around 5.5. So, yun. So, these are the key support and resistance I'm looking at. Gamit natin is the weekly time frame. Kasi weekly yung analysis natin ngayon. So, anyway, let's move on sa most actively traded stocks. Siguro 4 lang na up and 4 na down. So, unahin muna natin yung up. So, Altus Property Ventures Inc. This is actually listed by way of introduction. So, bago natin puntahan is, puntahan muna natin yung other stocks listed by way of introduction. So, I think na-upload ko naman siya sa Instagram and even sa other groups. So, ano ba yung circumstances kung saan nalilist yung isang stock by way of introduction? Unang-una is of course dito, katulad ni Altus, is by way of property dividends. So kapag may isang listed company, tas nag-declare siya ng property dividends, is malilist siya by way of introduction. Altus Property Ventures is actually a property dividend declared by Robinsons Land. So, makakakuha ka ng 1 APV share for every 51 51.90 something. Wait, check ko lang. Hindi ko masyado ano eh. For every ito. For every 51.9384 RLC shares. So, nung record date na August 15, 2019. So, last year pa siya actually. So, medyo natagalan siyang i-list because medyo natagalan yung approval ng SEC. I think it's actually June 23, 2020 lang siya na-approve. So, kaya ngayon lang siya na-list or nung Friday lang na-list, June 26. So, let's move back sa balikan natin yung eto, by way of introduction. So, by property dividends, so malilist ka by way of introduction and kapag listed na sa other exchanges, like for example, yung mga Manulife, Sun Life, listed na kasi siya sa ibang exchanges. Kaya, hindi na siya mag-IPO but rather be listed by way of introduction. And kapag required the rest is kapag required ng law to be listed as sa PSEi by way of introduction. So, yun lang naman. At kung makikita nyo is medyo may comment ako dito sa low to high percentage from low to its high. Kasi ang taas, it's actually 500%. This is actually an exact example of a pump and dump na stock. Kasi as a regulated, since a stock market is regulated, yun lang ang comment ko sa isa sa wala kasing from the first day kasi by way of introduction, walang ceiling at walang floor. So, nagiging tuloy siya. Nagiging negative tuloy siya para sa akin kasi kahit nasabihin na natin by way of introduction na walang ceiling at saka walang floor, I think the regulator should magkaroon or mag-set sila ng band pa rin. Not the ordinary na 50% up and negative 30% down. So, maybe a higher para at least hindi siya umabot ng ganito. Kasi ang madadali naman dito is actually the retailer. I will compare it actually sa Bitcoin. Diba sabi nila it's actually very volatile? But actually it's not. Mas volatile pa yung Altus Property Ventures. Kasi ang pinakamataas na inakyat ni Bitcoin from its low to its high in a day is actually nung March 12. That's actually the market crash na 63.14% lang. The rest is, medyo mas mababa na dun. So, at saka kung titignan mo, the average is actually 4.84. So, hindi siya ganun ka-volatile. So, mas matindi pa tong si APVI. So, yun. Yun lang yung comment ko. So, hopefully, with the next companies listed by way of introduction, ay mag-set sila ng ceiling at saka floor. Yun lang sa akin. Kasi, currently kasi is wala. Hinahayaan na nila yung market to decide the fair value or the market price of the stock listed by way of introduction. So now, let's move on to the next. Di pa natin nakikita pala yung kanyang chart. So, since first day pa lang, syempre, gagamitin natin is yung less time frame or shorter time frame, which is the 30 minutes. So, bago natin puntahan yan, check na din natin yung a bit of its financials. So, kasi nga, sabi ko nga, I'm more bullish na sa property or kasi nga is, diba may in-upload ako sa group na despite lockdown, office spaces is actually going up. So, on that note, on the office spaces is of course that's a positive. Kaya actually nagtitingin ako ng property stocks. So Altus, Property Ventures. So compute lang natin yung kanyang book value. So madali lang naman yan. It's na-update ko na to kanina. It's already actually is that PSEi versus sectoral indices is actually June 26. So actually yung property dividends lang naman kasi ang in-update ko because of magko-compute tayo. Anyway, so closing price niya is actually 18.5. So sa 18.5, what's the book value? So check natin. Wait. So meron ba? Total assets less liabilities at kung may preferred shares. So actually wala naman. So ang kukunin natin is ito. Wait, check lang natin kung in millions, in pesos. In pesos na, wala na siyang So this is the exact value. So yan. Ilang shares? This is actually 100 million shares. So the book value is actually 5.85. So 5.85 yung kanyang book value. At wait. Ito divided by yan. So yan yung kanyang price to book value, which is 3.16 times. So with that, makikita mo na that the price to book value is actually higher versus the average, and even the pinakamahal na si SM Prime, mas mahal pa si Altus. Based on that valuation. Paano na lang kung 240? I mean, yeah, check muna natin sa 40. Sa 40, ano na yan 6.84. Sa 240, o 41 times price to book value. That's terrible for me. So, ano yung indicative price niya or yung na-compute ng Ampere? Ampere ba yan? Ng Deloitte. So, actually, ito lang actually ang tinitingnan nilang indicative price or fair value ng Altus 10.10. Kasi nga, ang 10.10 is actually hindi yan yung offer price. Kasi nga, hindi siya declare siyang property dividend. So, hindi siya binili. So, ito lang yung estimated fair value ng na-compute ng Deloitte or Amparo, something, yung nag-value or nag-compute ng kanilang valuation. So, even sa 1010, that's actually medyo may kamahalan na siya. So, 18.5. So, yun lang yan din. But then again, sabi ko hindi naman dahil sa mahal, yung price to book value ng isang stock ay hindi mo na siya titignan or iti-trade. So, yun lang yun. But then again, ayaw ko siyang i-trade kasi it's a pump and dump stocks. So, yeah, mahirap maipit dyan. Mas gusto ko na yung cryptocurrencies. So, which is yun naman talaga yung focus ko na trade. So, yeah, I think that's it. And how about the price earnings ratio pala, pwede natin i-compute. So, eto, Altus price to book value. And of course, yung price earnings ratio. So, ang price earnings ratio niya, so since 18.5 na yung closing price, price earnings. Yung earnings na lang niya. Check natin. So, yung net earnings niya or net income is actually 64 million, around 64 million. Pay special values. So, nakuha yung peso. So, yan. Ay, at ayaw niya. So, yan. Divided by 100 million. Yun kasi yung outstanding common stock. So, yung EPS niya is actually around 0.64. And of course, natin siya. 18.5 divided by. So, price earnings ratio niya is around 28.69. So, compare natin siya sa property index, which is 13.42. So, with that, price to book value medyo mahal, price earnings ratio medyo mahal. At ang asset pa lang ito or yung income generating is yung nasa Ilocos, North Wing. So, iisa pa lang. So, yun. Yun lang yung comment ko dito. So, now let's move on. When it comes to valuation, for me, it's actually up. Makita mo naman, kinompute natin siya. It's price to book value nasa 3.16 and price earnings ratio which is 28. So, yun. So, it's up to you kung iti-trade mo siya. But based on the TA, so, makita mo the trend is actually going lower. Wala ka pa kasi makikita ang indicator nito kasi so, ang indicative price niya is actually 10.10. Yung na-compute ni Navarro something. So, it's 10.10. So, this is the resistance. Pero bukas mamaya meron na siyang meron na siyang ceiling at saka floor. So, maraming naipit for sure. Wait, check natin yung volume. So, last sa closing siya actually dinampo. Maliit lang buying niya and then yun. Laki ng volume sa closing. So, yeah, I think let's see. Wala kang ma-comment dito eh. But most probably, sa 10.10 kasi is for me is, wait, sa 10.10 magkano ba siya? 10.10 medyo mahal na din eh. 10.10? 1.73. So, 10.10, yeah, most probably, yeah. Pwede. Siguro pwede. Kasi medyo at least, mas mababa na siya sa mga ating kay SM Prime at saka Ayala. And even sa Double Dragon sa 10.10. So, I think, yun. So, yun yung tinitignan ko. I mean, personally, I will not trade it. Pero, yeah, I think it's bound to correct. I mean, it's bound to trade pa lower. Anyways, yeah, I'd rather check on the other property rather than this. But, yeah, kung makakasakay ka, edi good. But, yeah, pag naipit ka dito, good luck. So, yun lang sa akin. So, it depends on your trading strategy. So, for me, this, I will not trade. Maybe titignan ko lang siya. titingnan ko lang siya, but I will not trade this. So, yun lang. So, ingat guys. So, next natin after nito is, so ano bang tinitingnan natin pala na support and resistance? Support, of course, might possibly 18.5 times. So, ang support na tinitingnan natin, it's not actually the 10-10 but rather 12.85. Kasi yun yung 30% down nito. So, it's 12.85. 12.95. So, ito yung support na tinitignan natin. The 12.95. So, kasi 18.5 times less 18.5. So, 12.95 yung possible low niyan. And of course, kasi yun is actually 30% down na yun yung 12.85. And of course, resistance this area. I think this is the first resistance around 32, which is medyo mahal na din. Pero syempre, since 18.5 times the 27.75, possibly 27.75. Kasi nga, yung 50%, that's actually the 50% and tsaka 30% down. So, yeah, I think, tingnan natin. So, kung mag-up pa siya ng 50% mamaya, that's around 27.75. At kung mag-dump naman siya, 30% down is 12.95. So, yun lang yung nakikita kong possible support and resistance neto. Anyways, let's move on sa next, which is dito. Nakabili pala ako neto. Nabenta ko siya and then binili ko ulit siya. So, check natin yung weekly time frame. Mag-weekly nga tayo. Wala lang, gusto ko lang. So, kung makikita mo naman sa weekly, check na natin to. Medyo malapit na siya sa Kasi kung mag-break niya yan, that's actually, for me, is medium term 2008, long term bullish kapag nag-breakout siya dito sa resistance na to. Pero sa ngayon, ang resistance na tinitignan natin is this area on a weekly. That's actually around 4 pesos. This is actually 3.98. And of course, the support we're looking at is this area. The baba naman, 2.91. This area around 3.31. But actually, pwede dito. Kung worst case na. Worst case, yeah, around 3 pesos. So, ito yung mga tinitingnan natin na support and resistance. And of course, kapag mag-breakout siya dyan, welcome back to 4.26. So, anyways, dito naman is, kaya ko siya trade is, actually medyo long-term bullish ako dito. So, I think this area, itong strong long-term resistance na to, magbe-breakout siya dito. So, kaya ko siya trade. Actually, medyo mababa ko siya nabili. And then, nabenta ko siya around bago siya bumagsak at this area. Tapos, bumili ulit ako last week. So, yun. Ang tinitingnan kong support, possibly around 2.91. And of course, the resistance around 4 pesos. Kapag nag-breakout siya doon, posibleng i-retest around 4.26. Pero, the very key thing na titingnan nyo is kapag nag-breakout siya dito. Kapag nag-breakout siya dito sa trend line na to, solid downtrend line. Kasi breaking this resistance means a bullish or reversal of the trend of this downtrend, forming a new bullish or uptrend. So, yun. Which is, I think naman is, magbe-breakout siya dyan. Anyway, next. Ano na next? Si Tel. Oh, competitor. Tel. So, kay Tel naman, wait. Check natin. Okay. Nagano na pa siya. Nag-breakout na siya. So, this resistance now becomes actually the support. Support na siya. Oh. Ito. So, naging support na siya. So, check natin yung possible support and resistance. So, actually, nasa very critical level siya. But the immediate na tinitingnan kong support is of course this area. I mean, the resistance is around 1,300. And of course, the support or the strong support is this level. Around 1,200. So, yun yung tinitingnan ko na key support and resistance. Oh, hindi pala natin na-measure yung risk-reward ni dito. But then again, sabi ko nga, I'm more long-term bullish kay dito. So, at this point, yeah, parang yung risk-reward nito kapag pumasok ka is, kung ito lang yung gagamitin mo is actually, so, the risk-reward is actually 1.09, posibleng kumita ng 4.03% kapag na-hit yung ating target profit na around 1,300 at posibleng malugi ng 3.70% kapag na-stop out sa around 1,200. So, yun ang kay Tel. But anyway, for telecoms, actually, I'm more bullish. Kasi, yeah, internet is actually a necessity sa ngayon. Especially in the digital transformation. So, next is after Tel, MPI. So, MPI. Sabi ko nga, MPI is actually one of the undervalued conglomerates or holdings. Actually, nasa ano siya, medyo nasa resistance area siya. So, let's see kung mag-ano siya dito. Mag-breakout. Pero ang tinitignan kong resistance area, this area, around 4.19. And of course, the support around this area, which is here. Around 3.41. But anyway, kung long-term ka, I think this, since undervalued siya, most probably, balik siya this around 5 pesos. In my opinion. So, kung i-measure natin siya based on that, kapag nakapasok ka sa level na to, actually this is 1.05 risk-reward, posibleng kumita ng 10.82% kapag na-hit yung TP natin na 4.19 and posibleng malugi ng 10.29% kapag na-hit yung stop price na 3.40 pesos. So, yun lang yung sa akin kay Metro Pacific. So, ilan na yun? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I think tama na yun. And 4, then na down. So, yun. Tech. Sir Tech. So, ano pang nangyari dito? So, kung makikita mo, ano weekly, nag-ano lang siya eh. Oh, bumaba pala siya. So, medyo bearish yung kanyang weekly candle. So, might possibly retest this area sa 7.15. Kapag bumagsak pa siya dyan, this level, nag-breakdown pa siya around 6 pesos. And of course, possible resistance, this area around 9 pesos. So, I think that's it for tech. Kasi ang susunod dyan dito na eh. Medyo malakas na resistance eh. Kapag nag-breakout siya dyan sa level na yan. So, let's measure the possible risk-reward. Actually, for tech industries, actually, I'm more bullish. Kaya nga lagi kong trade ang Nasdaq. So, kapag nakapasok ka sa level na to, at ang target profit mo is this area at around 9 pesos, and support at around 7 point something, 7.15. So, posible kang, the risk-reward ratio is actually 2.58. Posible kang kumita ng 16.86% kapag na-hit yung TP natin na around 9 pesos at posibleng malugi ng 6.54% kapag na-hit yung stop price na 7.15 pesos. So, kung ang gagamitin naman natin, kung makakapaghintay ka at ma-hit yung next TP level natin around 12 pesos, at ang gagamitin din naman natin na next support area is the 6 pesos, this is actually a risk-reward ratio of 2.73. So, posibleng kumita ng 55.95% kapag na-hit yung around 12 pesos na TP area, and posibleng malugi naman ng 20.52% kapag na-stop out around 6 pesos. So, medyo malaki pala yung, medyo attractive pala si tech. Kasi napansin nyo, sabi ko nga, I'm always trading the tech. But the Nasdaq, pinitrade. Sa US stocks. I mean, sa US indices. So, after ng tech is, wait, ano ba to? Wait, check lang natin yung kanyang ano. Okay. Pababa yung kanyang ano eh. Pababa yung kanyang RSI. So, might possibly retest around that 7.15 area. So, next, pero risk-reward ratio kasi is medyo attractive siya. Attractive siya. So, yeah. That's it for tech. DMC. So, si DMC naman, actually, DMC din is one of the undervalued conglomerates. Oh. DMC on a weekly, ayun, medyo bearish siya. Kasi nga, nakikita nyo to, eto, bago siya mag-down. This is actually yung pressure kasi pababa. Kaya sinundan pa niya nito. Kaya bumagsak siya dito the following week. So, medyo ano pala to, medyo nasa critical area pala tong si DMC. This is actually around 3.94 yung nakikita natin na support. Actually, medyo malapit na siya sa support area na tinitingnan natin. At kung bumaba pa siya, around 350. Kung mag-breakdown pa siya sa level na to. So, check natin yung RSI. RSI still, RSI at 34. So, actually, medyo ano na pala siya. Medyo malapit na siya sa oversold territory. So, might possibly, go up. So, gamitin natin, syempre antayin natin siya. Kung i-trade ko to, of course, antayin ko siya this area around 3.94. So, dito ako papasok. At ito pa rin yung TP ko. At ito yung stop loss ko. So, check natin yung risk-reward. Actually, risk-reward ratio is 1.74. Posibleng kumita ng 19.08% kapag na-hit yung TP area natin around 4.66 at posibleng malugi ng 10.94% kapag na-hit naman yung stop price natin around 3.49. So, yun naman yung kay DMC. But since undervalued na siya, depende on how you plan to trade it, malaki yung possible profit or reward niya. But then again, hindi siya yung mga ilang days lang. Medyo a bit long term to. Kasi aside from that is yung DMCI shareholder is also buying DMC shares. So, at least, yun, nag-accumulate na siya. So, AGI. Napansin nyo, wala pala tayong ginagamit na indicator. So, actually, ganun lang kasi ako eh. Normally, chart is, candles is, para sa akin, enough na to. Kasi, for me, trading, gawin lang natin simple ang trading. So, yun. Yun lang yung sa akin. Actually, even sa AGI is actually one of also the undervalued conglomerates. Pero kung eto, check natin around this area. So, eto yung possible targets ko for AGI. At check ko lang kung may ano. Top. Nagre-resist siya this area. So, actually, that's double top. Anyway. So, for AGI naman, ang tinitignan kong support area around 6.21 and of course, the resistance is around 7. Yes. Kasi top to eh. Around 7.52. Wait, ano yung ano nito? High is around 7.57. So, around 7.50. So, kung i-measure natin yung risk-reward, long, parang 1:1 lang siya. So, no. But actually, medyo ano din naman. The possible risk-reward is 1.72 at posibleng kumita ng 12.80% kapag na-hit yung TP area natin na 750, around 750 at posibleng malugi ng 7.44% kapag na-hit yung ating stop price na 6.21. So, pero yung trend kasi is high. Yung high niya is lower high kasi. Tapos, yung low niya is medyo bumababa. So, actually, I'm more bearish ako sa AGI. So, after AGI, Meralco. So, this is the last stock na titignan natin. Kasi kapag nag-trade ako is, sabi ko nga is, tignan natin yung dapat liquidity or liquid. Okay. Kung makikita nyo is actually ang lakas ng selling pressure Selling pressure on dito. Tapos sinundan niya ulit. Pero mukhang nag-hold siya at this area around 266. So let's see kung mag-hold na siya dyan. Pero kung tumuloy-tuloy pa siyang bumagsak this week is yun. The strong support I'm looking at is around 250 area. And of course, the resistance around 292. But since this is actually a utility, in a crisis kasi, utility stocks perform well. Kasi kailangan pa rin ng mga tao to. Though, syempre, since madaming nagsara na companies, during lockdown, of course, maapektuhan din siya. But not as katulad ng iba. Wait, check natin yung ano. I think Meralco is one of the stocks that... Wait, let's check. Ay, kasi hindi ata to updated pa. Year-to-date performance niya. Oh, negative din pala siya. It's actually tech stocks. Pure Gold is the retail. And MPI. Pero based on the dividend naman, kung dividends lang ang pag-uusapan, actually Meralco is giving a high dividends. So actually ito siya. So dividend yield around 5%. So makakuha ka yearly around dividend mo na 16 pesos. So 16 pesos times ilang shares. So, pwede na. Mas mataas pa rin kaysa sa bangko. Mas mataas yung may ipon mo. And aside from that is, nasa low tayo. I mean, medyo mababa yung or attractive yung valuation ng stock market. So, anyway, ang posibleng, the risk-reward ratio is actually 1.79 at posibleng kumita ng 10.04% kapag na-hit yung TP area natin around 292 at posibleng malugi ng 5.62% kapag na-hit naman yung stop price natin na 250 area. So, check natin pala yung Heikin-Ashi. Heikin-Ashi din is still going down. So, might probably this week is tuloy-tuloy pa rin siya na bumaba. So, yun. Next. Oh. It's actually 4 na pala. So, I think that's it for today. So, yeah, and of course, mahalagang paalala lang guys, in trading and investing, it always involves risk. So, always trade with caution. Thanks guys!